We have here verse 5 of the 15th chapter, the Gospel of John. Jesus has been making the distinction between the vine and the branches, of course, a well-known conversation he has, which is especially famous in connection with this chapter. And he's now given a command in the preceding verse to abide in him, abide in Christ, and he will abide in those who are connected to him. And the result of that is that there will be the bearing of fruit, this Christian idea that the presence of Christ in a person's life is going to issue forth in some kind of evidence in the life in the form of fruit. And so that's really the notion that is before us here. We continue the same conversation as we come to verse 5. So we have ego eimi formula that's especially, of course, conspicuous in John's Gospel and is frequently tied to the Old Testament Septuagint name for God, Yahweh, I am. This is the same thing, ego, I, eimi, I am. So it's affirming this, and it is one of the better known I am formula statements that we find in John's Gospel. So I am, he empelos, word we've already seen, means the vine, referring to the vine that is growing up, you might say, the stakes that are there in the ground in the vineyard, so it grows out of the ground. And of course, Jesus has already indicated that his Father is the owner of the ground. You can carry that metaphor about as far as you want, but I am the vine. And then sharp distinction, humeis. This is the second person pronoun, nominative, plural. So you are ta, klemata. The verb of being is not repeated here. It's there impliedly. So we have I am the branch, you, or I am the vine, you the branches is the idea. This is the plural of a word we saw earlier in this chapter, the branches, which grow out of the vine and manifestly are incapable of accomplishing much unless they're connected to the life-giving vine. So ho, the article, masculine, singular, nominative, the, going with the participle here, so this is from meno, I am. Whenever you see the participle ending, you just add an ing to the word and that gets you going. So the remaining or the abiding one is the idea. We usually translate it he who remains or he who abides. Preposition here, in, takes the dative. Emoi, the emphatic form of the pronoun, is typically used, so this is the first person dative singular. He who remains in me, or the remaining in me one. And then kago, contraction of kai and ego, and I, in, same preposition, auto, again the dative, but this is the third person, masculine singular, and I in him, so he who remains in me and I remain in him. There is that intimate connection. And then of that one, Jesus says hutos. Demonstrative pronoun means this, masculine singular nominative, this one. Phere, from pharaoh, I bear or I brings. There's a third person singular, present active indicative. This one brings or bears. Karpon, the word for fruit. This is the direct object, of course. It's the accusative, singular, of this masculine noun. So this one bears fruit. And then the adjective that qualifies the kind of fruit, and polus, pole, polo is the adjective here, and it in the singular means much and the plural means many. This is the singular, of course, so brings forth much fruit. The much fruit is connected to the life-giving presence of the vine, giving its life into the branch. Hoti, connection, can mean that or because. Here it means because. Choris, this is a preposition, means without. Usually takes the genitive, so without emu. Same idea as here. This is emu, except it's the genitive now, the first person pronoun. Without me. U, the negation dunesthai, from dunamai, I am able. This is the second person plural, not able, and the second person is you. You are not able. Poiein, from poieo, to make or to do. This is the infinitive, so you are not able to do uden, anything or nothing, literally. But typically it's translated anything to avoid the double negative in English. So I'm the vine, you are the branches. The one who abides in me and I in him is going to bring forth much fruit. Without me, you can bring forth zero fruit. You can do nothing when it comes to the important business of the kingdom and service therein and the fruit-bearing function that the Christian believer is supposed to play in that great enterprise.